Here's the deal. The Bass Gang is an incredible collaboration of 4 different bass singers who are all over YouTube, all over TikTok, all over the internet. And they've released 5 covers so far, 4 Billie Eilish covers and 1 of Ever's New Clothes by Panic at the Disco, which I've already reacted to. And I have heard all of these Billie Eilish covers before, but there's something unique about this one. Bury a Friend, this is the one that Bobby Waters pioneered. Because each of the 4 of them pioneered one of the Billie Eilish covers, my bad. And this is Bobby's that he arranged. And I believe it's his sister that made this music video. But this arrangement and this music video really stand out among the covers that were done by the Bass Gang. And I think this is an incredible artistic feat. Like, this is one of the most unique, interesting, enticing music videos I've ever seen. So, yes, I have seen this before. This is not my first reaction, but I wanna just go through this and look at everything that's really cool and unique about this arrangement and this music video. So that's what we're doing today. Let's start without any more dawdling.
Billy.
When they do the spoken chest fry, I believe it's chest fry for all of them. I think. I don't know offhand. I think that's a G1 also, which is impressive. That's all 4 of them doing it every time, I believe. And the music video doesn't always show all 4 of them, but that's impressive. I don't think I can do that.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Alright, let's play it back and look at a little bit of this. So, they do this G1 chest fry, and then we start with this vocal percussion effect.
Billy.
So one of them, it sounds like it might be Tommy. I don't know offhand, or maybe Bobby, because I don't know. One of them is just pulsing on a G2, boom, 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 and it sounds like somebody's clapping in the background. I would love to see it behind the scenes of how they made all these different percussion effects, and I know they aren't all like you'll hear later. There's some that are household objects, like flipping pages in a book or slamming a washing machine shut, I think Bobby said, but these vocal percussion effects are really, like, it's really, again, I don't think it's all vocal percussion. Like, I hear clapping in there, maybe, but I don't know. It's really cool how they're able to put that together, and it sounds really awesome in the background. And it's not something that most people notice, but I don't know. I just find it really interesting to think about how they might be doing that.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know?
And a lot of these video editing little tricks that they do, like making Peter split into 3. Also, Peter with the acting in this music video absolutely sells it. Anyway, a lot of these like little video editing tricks that they do are really cool, and they add a lot to the creepy effect that they're going for. Like, even just look at like any of these still frames. It looks like it's like a low definition TV, which does come into play later in the music video. But yeah, I don't know. I just find it really cool the way they did the editing for this video, and I think that's Bobby's sister Nicole that did it. So props to her.
Run from me. What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go? Come here. Say it, spit it out.
Okay, there's something I didn't notice before. Let me try to catch that.
Go. Come here.
I didn't notice this frame. The inhale from Bobby. What was I gonna say? I was about to go to something. I forget.
Fall asleep. Where do we go? Come here.
Right. Okay. These silent breaks. They're like you'll end a phrase and then you'll just hear like a couple beats of silence, and that it's like it's unsettling. And that's also what I was gonna say with a lot of these harmonies. I don't think they're in the original. I haven't heard the original in quite some time, but these harmonies that they're doing are larger intervals, so it feels a lot less complete. Like back in the.
Why aren't you scared of me?
So Mara does, "Why aren't you scared of me?" And the harmony goes, "Scared of me." I probably have the pitches wrong, but just like the openness of these intervals makes it feel really unsettling with the harmonies and counter melodies that you hear throughout this arrangement. So, excellent arrangement tactic.
Why do you care for me when we all fall asleep? Where do we go?
Come here.
Say it, spit it out. What is it exactly?
Like, I don't know what the reason is for this, like having 4 of him and 2 of them are upside down. It's cool. I don't know if there's some like reason behind it, but again, a lot of what this music video does is just tries to be creepy, which is really good. It's really fitting for the song.
You're paying us the amount, cleaning you out, am I satisfactory? Today I'm thinking about.
And there's another thing with the uneasy open interval with the harmony. The fact that Bobby is like, he's not super low, he's like in a mid-low Chester. Today I'm thinking of, yeah, it's not that low. But then Peter is up there in like the higher falsetto, and the clash of the like chest voice tone with the falsetto, the clash of the chest voice tone with the falsetto tone, and the intervals themselves create a lot of like, I guess dissonance is what we're going for here. But yeah, that's another harmony trick that's really cool.
The things that are deadly, the way I'm drinking you down, like I wanna drown, like I wanna end me. Step on the glass.
And then the 2 Bobbies on the side being panicky for that shot, and this middle Bobby like with it, excuse me, with the evil grin.
Drinking you down, like I wanna drown, like I wanna end me.
Like it's almost psychotic. But again, that's what we're going for with the original song. That's what we're going for with this arrangement. Excellent.
Step on the glass. Bury a friend. Try to wake up. Cannibal class. Killing the sun. Bury a friend. I wanna end me.
And the uneasy silence again. Also, I wanted to point out Marwan's little text bubble. Like it's almost like a comic book style, which again I don't know if there's any kind of like secret meaning behind that, but I don't know. It's just cool.
Friend, try to wake up. Cannibal class, killing the sun. Bury a friend.
And there are these little moments, like even like in the middle of a verse like that, where the vocal percussion just stops, even if you have the like little things like that, where the vocal percussion will just stop. It reminds me of like an irregular heartbeat, which I don't know if that's what they're going for, but that's kind of what my mind goes to when I hear that. So yeah, that's something I found also cool about the arrangement. Like I said, the silence creates a lot of uneasiness, especially when you have different like parts of the track just cutting out at random moments like that.
I wanna end me.
And then G1 growl from Tommy, which is really cool. I don't know where the buzzing is coming from. Like, is that something they're doing with their voice, or is that an effect? It sounds like some kind of distortion effect, but yeah, cool. Nice G1 from Tommy.
I wanna end me.
Also, secret. That is one of my favorite chords. That's a suspended second chord. Just my little added.
I wanna end me. I wanna end me. I wanna. What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me when we all fall?
Peter with the eyes. It's intimidating, but it's so perfect for the music video. Also, it's interesting to notice the change in font while Tommy does his little solo verse. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like the inconsistency adds to the character of the arrangement.
For me, what are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me?
And then in the background of this whole, I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot, but there's a lot to go into here. When we have Tommy doing this verse in the first half, we have the high falsetto. I think it's also from him. In the background, and then at the end it just kind of like falls off.
Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you
How it like bends away and fades out of existence.
care for me when we all fall asleep? Where do we go?
Listen.
Keep you in the dark. What had you expected? Me to make you my art and make you a star and get you connected. I'll meet you in the park. I'll be calm and collected. But we knew right from the start that you fall apart, cause I'm too expensive.
Now that one's really cool. Peter mentioned this in his own reaction to this. Excuse me. How he recorded two different versions for this, a normal one and a creepy one. And it's really interesting how the creepy one emerges from the normal one and overtakes it. It's like weird, really weird creepy symbolism. But again, like a lot of the stuff that they're doing with like the creepy, it really emphasizes the tone that we're going for with this song and this arrangement. So excellent.
Make you a star and get you connected. I'll meet you in the park. I'll be calm and collected. But we knew right from the start that you fall apart, cause I'm too expensive. Your talk will be something that shouldn't be
Said out loud.
Honestly, I thought that I would be
Dead by now. Wow.
calling security, keep him out.
Dead held down.
Bury the hatchet or bury a
Friend right now.
I want to find out what note that is. Give me a second. Is that a G or did they go down to a D?
Held down.
Bury the hatchet or bury a
Friend right now.
Sounds like somebody's on a D1, maybe. I don't know. Either way, there are some of them at least are on a G1 sub there, so that's really cool.
For the debt I owe, gotta sell my soul, cause I can't say no, no, I can't say no.
And this part is just Bobby adding his own little touch to this, because in the original song, if you hear this part, is pretty soft and like one of the eeriest parts of the song. But if we're going for like this big, like bop your head tone, it's kind of like a sea shanty, which is what Bobby went viral for. Yeah, it's just like an interesting reinterpretation of it. Depends on your taste. I like it. I think it's really cool. But yeah, it's what you do when you make an arrangement. You make it your own.
Then my limbs all froze and my eyes won't close and I can't say no, I can't say no.
I like to believe some of them do the G1 in chest voice. I don't know if they do, but that would be cool.
Careful.
And also, I don't know visual editing enough to say what they did there. I think it's like some kind of color inversion on the latter half of Careful, like on the downbeat.
And I can't say no, I can't say no.
Careful.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's really cool.
Step on the glass, staple your tongue. Bury your friend, try to wake up.
And I don't know what that is. Like, how are you creative enough to come up with something like this? That's creepy as hell. But it's really cool. It adds so much. Like it's one of my favorite little moments with the Google error sign. It's really interesting.
Bury your friend, try to wake up. Cannibal class, killing the sun.
And then you have the echo that Peter's doing, the whispering echo. You have that in normal time, but if you watch his Cannibal Class, they slow it down. So he says Cannibal Class killing the sun, but all you see is Cannibal Class stretched out twice as long. So it's creepy, but it's cool.
Cannibal class, killing the sun. Bury your friend, I wanna end me.
And let's talk a little bit of arrangement in this section. How throughout these little solo moments that they trade off in this in the I guess pre-chorus. I don't know how you would call a song that's structured like this. But you hear the building in the background, and I would like to say instrumentation, but it's not instrumentation. In the background vocals and stuff, you hear how it builds and it crescendos and then it just stops. And Peter does his "I want to end me," and that's really creepy. But the way it builds, it feels like it should be building up to an impact point that we don't reach because it just cuts off. So that's what we were talking about before, with little moments where it feels like it's going somewhere and then it just stops, which is, I guess, some kind of like symbolism trick they're playing with the song. Yeah, but I don't know. I find that really cool. It unsettles me because like my brain wants to think it's building up to something and then it just doesn't. Well, not yet, but let's listen through again.
I can't say no, I can't say no.
Careful.
Step on the glass, staple your tongue. Bury your friend, try to wake up. Cannibal class, killing the sun.
Hear what we're doing where we're adding, it sounds a lot like an organ. The arpeggios in the background.
Bury your friend.
And then what we have there is on Tommy's Bury a Friend, the arpeggios that they're doing in the background, the higher stuff, is outlining a dominant chord which always wants to resolve, which is why the brain wants to think that after Tommy's Bury a Friend we're hitting some kind of impact point. So the fact that it just cuts off after he does that for a couple beats, it adds so much to the unsettling nature that use of the dominant chord in the arpeggios. Excellent.
Killing the sun, bury a friend. I wanna end me.
And then when I first saw that like, I kind of like jumped out of my pants when I saw that facial expression from Peter. That is, like, and with the flashing lights in the background, that's, it's insane, dude.
Friend, I wanna end me.
And obviously there's some kind of, like, when they're doing that high squeal thing, there's obviously some kind of distortion on that, but I wonder what it sounds like with just the voice. I wonder what it sounds like unedited. Like, what are they doing to make that pitch bend?
Ends me. I wanna end me.
And there was a little moment from Marwan with the acting. I like that. Like panicking.
End me.
And that one unsettles me so much too, with like the whispering, and I think some of them might be reversed. I hear careful in there. I don't know exactly what they're saying, but I think that's kind of the idea. The creepiness is just on point. So let's listen through the end.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
And what we mentioned earlier with Peter, with his little solo verse, where the creepy one emerges from the normal one, we get that with all four of them here in this little end part, and it's like it's as if you can't decide which one is going to be dominant because they keep fading in and out. It's so cool. It's such a cool concept.
What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
And Peter looks like he's swimming there. That's something I just noticed.
Wondering, what do you know?
Like the shoulder motions.
Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Immaculate. And there's so much about this music video and arrangement that's just like, there are little details that don't seem like much, but they contribute so much to the tone that we're going for, which is why I say this is one of the best, this is one of the best acapella music videos that I've seen. It's just so unique and so interesting. So props to Bobby for this arrangement, props to the Bass Gang for all of the incredible vocals from all four of them. It's just incredible. Go sub to Bobby, go sub to the Bass Gang. And that's all for this analysis. I will see you guys in the next one.